The Yellow Brick Road. This video does not reflect the actual views of real people. These are actors playing a role to entertain audiences. No persons or animals were harmed in the making of this video. Gosh, I love YouTube and I love Google.
Okay, the quest for finding out what the fuck a red pill is. We're going here with Blonde. How to red pill women.
Jeez.
Hey folks. I felt like people were asking me all the time, how do I red pill my wife or my girlfriend, love interest, mother, sister, whatever. I took to Twitter to see what the interest of...
I'm sorry, but that just sounds like date rape. How I red pill my sister, my brother, my mother. It's like, you can just imagine, it's like, oh, my drink, man? I'm about to red pill and watch this. You watch him go insane, man.
What does the tweet say?
I think my next vid will be how to red pill women. Does this interest you folks? I'm sorry, that just sounds like some predator shit. Hello.
What's your
Are
argument?
you trying to red pill this young woman right here? No, Chris. No.
was, and there seemed to be a surprising amount. This, of course, is no small task. I think all of us have a woman in our lives that is difficult to talk to because they're overly sensitive about their position, but they maintain their indignation. I'd like to think I'm a free thinker and a seeker of truth, but I was very resistant to this realm of ideas for a while before I came around. You can imagine what you're up against with your average woman. I really thought about what eventually convinced me to view the world more realistically, to adopt conservatism, and to approach gender roles from a traditional perspective.
A traditional perspective. I don't know what you're saying, just thought it was fun.
If you're you, occupying your own time and space, how is adopting other people's principles, seeing the world in a more realistic way? Aren't you just adding more pollution to the painting, to your picture you see?
Just gotta conform, bro.
It's like, oh, that's a liberal, that's conservative.
Gotta see through political lenses, bro. Alright? Alright? I feel like a lot of people have been doing that, you know? It's like, how do I see things for what they are? Well, if you look at by a two-party system, there's more than two-party system.
Yeah.
If you're on the far right or the far left, there's more to the spectrum.
I think they even wrote laws to not allow third-party candidates into debates.
Really?
I think it's because of Ross Perot in the 90s. Remember that show, All That?
Yeah.
They made fun of Ross Perot.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda Bynes.
Yeah. Oh, Amanda. What happened?
She got blue-pilled.
Amanda. Show.
So I hope I can encourage some women, or rather help you encourage some women that are still harboring some lingering feminist tendencies or that are outright social justice warriors and feminists. Why are modern women so resistant to the outright rejection of feminism, globalism, and liberalism, and to the adoption of traditional gender roles? For starters, much of it is because we have a disproportionate societal advantage. We have occupational advantages because of diversity initiatives, we have advantages in family court systems, and we get custody far more often than men.
A social cultural issue.
So women have the upper hand in a bunch of places because of called a female affirmative action.
Apparently so.
I have no idea if that's correct.
Me either.
And I wouldn't call it an advantage.
I call it a big disadvantage, to be honest with you.
Maybe it's a social advantage, but once again, what are we here for? We're here for inhaling, then exhaling, then inhaling again, then exhaling.
And to cash in checks, and to spend those checks. And fraternize.
And generally, people are afraid to
Tried to
respect
get you
women
there.
in any way, shape, or form, lest they be branded sexist. This is a huge obstacle. Trying to get anyone to unseat themselves voluntarily from a position of power is typically a losing proposition. So you have to change the game a bit and reframe it for women. And a good place to start is to point out that even though women have more power than they ever have had in any place and any point in history, they are woefully unhappy. And it probably helps to present this from a garbage leftist source so that they might be less resistant to it. So I've linked this Guardian article below.
What's happiness?
Yeah, what is happiness?
They are unhappy. I talked to all of them. They are.
Even that, how do you measure it?
See, you have to look at it this way.
They use the Scientology metal dildo looking things that you grab your hands around and it'll read your happiness. That's how it's done. Or they just give you a red pill and you're like, oh, they're happy now.
It's a statistic that you can measure. Just like sadness.
They just
Doc, I'm sad. I just don't know. I feel empty inside. Here. We found nothing in here. You feeling empty, you say? This will help your mood and your stomach. Take this pill. Make you feel better. So sedate you.
they have like just one sheet of paper on a clipboard. It just says like, have you taken the red pill or the blue pill? And you just make a check mark like,
Well, no. It's
you're sad. You took the blue pill.
Well, Doc, I don't think it's any of those things. I think it's more of a.
Have you seen The Matrix?
I think it's more of like a common misunderstanding of either or, just like political parties. The red pill or the blue pill? Huh? I'm leaving. Call security. Free thinker.
Sell out.
The Guardian gives several outlandish reasons for modern women's unhappiness. But of course, we know that women have become unhappier because they're neglecting their instincts and rejecting them for a misfit, maladapted masculine lifestyle.
We know.
I'm not a woman, so I can't say.
I'm not a woman yet.
Yeah, can
Sorry.
I recognize as a woman? And
Sorry.
I'd be like, fuck you. I know my shit. Well, I'm not a woman, and I don't recognize as a woman, so I must claim ignorance.
I recognize as an attack helicopter.
See, there's this thing where someone can say, I don't know. That works.
I think it's a really good thing.
Yeah.
You know that you don't know, and that means you're closer.
If you don't know, and that's the truth, then you get to actually say some sort of truth. You don't need to find the best, statistical answer or follow a group of friends. Say, hey, I like them, so what they're saying must be true. And on and so forth.
And they grin and bear it because women have a tendency to want to believe that everything is okay. But first, before you bother trying to throw some hard truths at her, you have to see if she's even susceptible
It has nothing to do with the vagina, by the way. Next.
to it, or at least gauge how resistant she will be to new ideas. To some degree, we all have been indoctrinated with liberalism.
You're being resistant to new ideas. That's what it sounds like. What the fuck? Alright, keep going.
Oh,
I'm being silly, but at the same time, it's like, why are you treating this like it's like a training tool? like it's based off of statistics. You know what I mean? It's like women are not really being able to follow the rules. You know, she's more of a she's not happy. She
women don't like sports. They just have daddy issues. So then they try to prove themselves on the basketball court or the softball field.
That's why Rose Namajunas is a killer. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why she shaves her head. She got issues. Okay.
Savage.
She has issues.
Okay. I was gonna say something, I forgot. Whatever.
She's a
how
bad
resistant she will be to new ideas. To some degree, we all have been indoctrinated with liberalism and feminism, and unwinding this often takes years.
Alright, I remember what I was gonna say.
There is a mathematical formula that proves it takes years. More than one.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna argue something, you have to adopt the idea first in order to say that I disagree, or I don't like, or I do agree and I do like.
Mm.
Just like food, you have to taste it to be like, this tastes like shit. So, there's no problem with introducing new ideas to people. But,
Not at all.
yeah.
I'd rather
But to
be,
say,
I'd rather be more
they're
like,
just blue-pilled and I'm red-pilled.
I'd rather be more
is-
genuine, you know. Like
Saying-
the video we saw previously, right?
Yeah.
That seemed genuine. This seems,
Yeah.
so far,
Yeah.
somewhat unexamined, and I didn't want to say that because but it's just
Well, these are all sound. To me,
I got a big I don't know. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, it takes a couple years for them to really understand it. It's like, wait, what are you talking about? It's like, okay, you just bought this action figure. Now twist the back of it, and now it should walk. It may take a couple minutes for this to charge.
yeah.
Please insert battery pack.
To me, this seems like
It's
a
like,
lot
what?
of. To me, this sounds like a lot of like self-help, like cult-like behavior. To me, it seems very cult-like.
That's a good word. A cult.
It does.
You are not happy.
You're not in the group. I have the red pill.
Janet, you are not happy, okay? We're happy.
Take this pill. You're happy now. Or at least you're beginning to be happy. What you have to do is study all the information we give you, and then you'll understand, and you'll have the red pill, and then you'll be fine. You'll know the truth, and everything's fine.
Now, Janet. Yes? Mr. Harris? How do you feel? Nothing.
It isn't sadness. Give her a hand, folks. Alright.
YouTube has been the most instrumental way for me with minimal effort
You feel
to
nothing?
illuminate truths to others that may be resistant. It takes the burden off of you to make the case and provide something of an intermediary in case there's friction. You don't have to take all of the heat for the video you recommend because you didn't create it. You can also extract a lot of information based on how she reacts. Black Pigeon Speaks is responsible for a lot of my red pilling, but for your average woman, I think that might be a little bit too hardcore. So I would start with Paul Joseph Watson, Lauren Southern, especially her work lately, Stefan Molyneux, and probably most importantly, Karen Strawn. She's extremely smart and well-spoken, but is also approachable and likable. So when...
Alright, I've looked into this Stefan Molyneux.
Mm-hmm. I never heard of her.
Him.
My bad. My bad.
I know of him from years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he was like a smaller channel and shit. And
Now, is he a big, healthy channel?
now his channel's huge.
Alright.
He was on Rogan's podcast and all that shit.
Okay.
But
Joe Rogan, you mean?
yeah.
Joe Rogan.
Fuck Joe Rogan.
Jeez, Joe. Back up from the mic. Hear you breathing. Sorry, Joe Rogan.
Caleb Numaga
Kali Beef.
Masters.
Kali Beef. Khabib.
Alright.
Tyrone. Tyrone. It's like, fuck. He had to be doing that on purpose.
Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
I saw.
Damn it, Joe Rogan.
Sorry, Joe Rogan. Don't hit me.
When I send women her way, they often come out with probing questions, but they aren't angry. Outside of using videos, just take a straight-up Socratic approach and start asking questions. Do you believe that men and women should be equal?
That I like. A Socratic approach. You know what one of his things is? One of his sayings?
Stefan?
Socrates.
Oh, sorry. My bad, yeah.
Socratic approach
Yeah.
is to say, I know I do not know.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Thus you can know the truth. Right there.
Oh.
Saying,
You're
I don't-
closer.
No, you got the truth there.
Oh, you know you don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. My bad.
There you go.
I
Is that the
think
basis of your
I
interpretation?
think in regards to
of
the
feminism?
question, or to whatever. Take a step closer. Like, you now know that you don't know,
Yeah.
so now you're closer.
But they aren't angry. Outside of using videos, just take a straight-up Socratic approach and start asking questions. Do you believe that men and women should be equal? Is that the basis of your interpretation of feminism? If it is, then shouldn't men and women share parental duties equally? And if that's the case, then wouldn't it be the fairest distribution of custody to divide 50-50? Then, of course, you can get into some data about women disproportionately getting custody, irrespective of the quality of their parenting. But you...
It seems very...
I was talking about, the responsibility of a kid 50-50 between the parents. I consider that stupid, but it should be just a whole family rather than 50% here, 50% here. We break up. We should both get 50%.
Dad, why am I spending Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday here, and the rest of the days at Mommy's house? Well, son, you're like a well-earned paycheck. I don't mean that by her gaining anything financially. We have to split you equally. This is how we do it.
Just stand still.
Don't cry. Smile. Did you take your bill today? Yes, Dad. Okay.
I see what she's saying, and I don't think you should get married and have kids until you're with the one.
Yeah.
That might clear out a whole bunch of fucking problems.
Who even says you have to get married?
Huh? What?
Just saying. Who even says that? It's like
Who even says what?
Oh, I mean, whoever says. Ooh, oh my God.
Whoever says.
Like, whatever. Why do you have to get married? Just go.
By choice.
I'm just saying. Like, if that's some kind of rhetoric that I'm supposed to follow.
Let's say the social construct.
Yeah.
Of we have a marriage license.
Me?
No.
Oh.
I just wiped my nose.
Oh, that's like it sounds like. You got something right there from that.
Just right around here. Alright, but yeah.
You sick fuck. Stop the camera.
Having a social contract.
Yes.
When it comes to something that's supposed to be love.
Mm-hmm. Well, is
there something on my face?
No.
Like, no, it's just your face. It's like, fuck.
It's like, hide the camera. That's why the camera's fucking up. But yeah, whatever. You know, it's like you'll know. Me not know how to put it into words. Where someone was like, why me? I don't know how to say it. Yeah,
that can be real. Thing is,
it can be definitely.
Well, to people watching, and they're like, "Oh, they're doing the Julia Roberts movie, Love, like that, huh?" It's like, nah. Do some investigating. Find something you love. Then test it over and over again. Do you really love this thing? Really go inside yourself. Metaphysically. I'm trying to avoid certain triggering words for this guy here. I don't want to trigger him, so I'm being careful about it.
You came close.
But yeah.
There's certain journeys people may not want to take.
Yeah.
Whether it's internally or externally.
Investigate what love is, then come back to us. Maybe look into Eric Fromm. Just saying.
Using this approach and hitting on the most important topics to this woman, the ones she always brings up, that she thinks she knows well, and that shape her perception, you can really shake some of her misconceptions to the core. But the real key here is to do this incrementally, so as not to strain your relationship. You want to push her mental boundaries slowly, not dump all of this on her at once, which will cause...
That sounds like in training. That sounds like in training. Like, you know, you want to... Every time the dog comes back after taking a piss, you leave them a treat so that they just keep coming back, you know?
First, you're going to start with a progressive load. Oof. Then, recovery week. Okay. Then a heavier load. Then, you max out. Your role in society is this. Conform.
Now, I'm not saying she's trying to do that. It just sounds
silly.
like it.
I'm being a little silly, but I'm also there's some truth in there. You know. With what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With what I'm saying. I don't know about her.
And if what you're saying is the truth, period, then it can't be avoided one way or another. It can't be broken down.
Oh, it's like when you find the one. It's like, there you go.
Here you go.
There.
You have to know yourself to do that.
Cause her to reject entirely and maintain a defensive position. Now, this would work all the time if people were logical and changed what they believed based on new information and data. As we all know, most of them don't. People
Let me hear this again.
pick the defense position. Dump all of this on her at once, which will cause her to reject it entirely and maintain a defensive position.
Please.
Now, this would work
Pause
all
it.
the time if people were logical and changed what they believed based on new information and data.
What? Yo,
It has nothing to do with truth. Can't be upgraded. It just is what it is.
based off of data, don't you know? No, you're right. I didn't notice that until now. I did kind of notice it, but I didn't want to use that word. Like a dog in training. She'll be somewhat submissive, and she'll sit. It's a little too much for her to bear at this time. Don't call her name. Don't tell her to sit. You're shouting.
If she has a problem with upgrading, then
It's.
if what you're saying is the truth, then you don't
Listen,
need to upgrade beliefs.
I'm not. I don't.
And it's beliefs, so you're establishing that it's not a true statement.
I don't think statistics, data, science, etc. is a bad thing. But when it's the only thing, most likely from what I'm hearing, the only thing that you're using, as well as like.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I sort of understand that with maybe external physical phenomena.
Well, sure.
Like, why does this rock fall like at this speed or whatever? But when you're talking about people, there's something else going on, or animals too.
Exactly.
Even plants, even life itself.
Like
But
this
let's
is
just
like
stick, let's
this.
stick with humans.
Sure, but this is where it starts to like go in between that part where you're talking about. Well, she'll feel this way because it's supported by data, and we'll see if you're of this ethnicity, then that means you're this intelligent, right here. It says the data says right here. So, I'm white. Yes. I mean, I'm intelligent. It says so on this data right here. Yes.
That's not their argument. But
No, but I'm not saying
don't
it is.
spoil our sketch.
Okay,
What I'm saying
Spoil
is, it's called treading those waters, man.
it. Yeah.
It's called that logic. The data says so. You're not happy.
Yeah.
I guess not.
Logic isn't the only intelligence either.
Logic, rationality, etc., etc.
Logic is real.
I'm sure.
Rationality, not so much.
It's called mixing them together.
Yeah.
It's not logical. Okay?
Alright.
all know most of them don't.
Jeez, we're only
People,
halfway through this
particularly
fucking
women,
thing.
are emotional creatures and draw from their personal experiences, how those experiences made them feel, and how they're feeling right now. I really do believe that every woman, even your porkiest, shaved head, tatted up monster of a feminist, has a strong desire to be pretty and to be admired.
Okay, I understand if you disagree with an idea so much that you call them whatever, monsters. But then you went into like physical descriptions of someone.
Yeah, and
Who could be like the nicest person in the world.
not only the strong desire to be admired. That's like you're like an individual's on top of a mountain and desires for everyone to clap and cheer.
That's like,
Ugh.
what's that movie?
Admire me.
That's like Vince Vaughn in Dodgeball when he walks into the girl's room. There's like unicorns and shit everywhere. Remember that?
The girl's room.
The girl's house or whatever?
Yeah.
And there's like,
Kate.
yeah, there's like unicorns and rainbows and shit. He's like,
Yeah. It's like, I like unicorns.
like,
Are those cookies?
I wonder if that's her idea of like womanly or something.
Or she just likes it?
No, her.
Oh.
Not the character. I'm just saying, just that. Like you hear someone's idea and you walk into that idea, you're like, what the fuck?
She gotta be a lesbian. Yeah, that guy could play.
Alright.
It might be, I don't know. You know? This is what fits. The data says so. Therefore I must adapt.
Maybe I was conditioned by her background of flowers and
Maybe.
rainbows.
She doesn't say anything personally, so I'm not gonna go there. Like, I prefer this because
Well, she sort of disdained for one aspect, right? She already said shaved head, blah 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 blah.
oh,
feminist.
like it's the opposition.
like it's the monster in the room or something. Alright.
That
The undesirable.
has a strong desire to be pretty and to be admired. After all, if you go to such great lengths to show society that you don't give a shit what their expectations of you are physically, then you must care to some degree. Not caring at all would be just looking like you clawed your way out of bed. But feminists seem to be actively
Does she know that there's still men attracted to those women? Like, if this is her example, I don't consider her ugly.
Me either.
She's a little like Katy Perry, actually. Yeah. Like American Idol Katy Perry.
I'm gonna be honest. It's...
Or like, if Katy Perry and Eminem had a kid.
Nah, bro. Just stop.
Alright.
Not caring at all would be just looking like you clawed your way out of bed. But feminists seem to be
you know how they
actively
care.
accruing
You know how
these
they
visual
feel.
signals that they reject society's standards of beauty. So I have
Those
to say,
girls are
even though
ugly
it's
at
all.
shocking to lean into this, the left hates beauty and tries to...
Stop,
It's
please.
very different.
I knew that was coming.
Well, she set it up that whole way. I'm like, yeah. Pretty pink rainbows.
See, the world is viewed
Is that a
as...
unicorn?
The world is like a spectrum. But we're going to block out a bunch of part of the spectrum. The left and the right, okay? That's how we're going to do it, okay? You'll get yours one day. You'll be able to see. The left or the right. How limiting, man.
Yeah.
The left, what does that mean, the left? Okay, I'm getting tired of people saying
Left
that.
means blue pill.
Yeah.
Right means red pill.
You can show her how art and music have been destroyed, how feminine values have been trashed, how motherhood has been demonized, and how liberalism and feminism have literally made women uglier. Women that value femininity and embrace gender roles find
I'm not
ways
even gonna
to
pause
create
this.
beauty, and very often are beautiful. A quick comparison to prominent feminists...
Oh, stop.
I gotta look.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Where's the zoom button?
Just wait. Just wait.
Past and present is an undeniably compelling visual illustration.
But
So much of women's confusion and adoption of feminism is unnatural. It asks us to repress our most basic desires and instincts.
like,
If you're having an honest conversation with your average woman, she probably will admit that fundamentally she feels more secure being led, and that she feels happy and content when she's embracing her femininity.
fuck.
Here's a leash. Put it on. I'm gonna lead you. I'm sorry, but actually I'm not.
Fuck. Yeah, I didn't even notice it was in the video. I think I watched like part of it and I was like,
Like,
fuck.
no, like, we saw like 2 minutes of this, right? Like, all right, this is
Yeah, we'll
this,
listen to
well, this is a good one.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yeah. And now I want to talk about how I hate this race of people. Like, whoa! Like, we took a. It's like that movie. It's like that movie, like, you know, Wrong Turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you guys want to go down the scary road where the woods are? Yeah. Oh fuck, cannibals. That's what this is like. You took that wrong turn, man.
She should ask like her heroes, her female heroes.
She could be an actor.
Could be.
Those are your more proactive measures. But this has to be a multi-pronged approach. If you really want to influence the women in your life, or one specific woman, outside of the aforementioned techniques, the most important thing that you can do is to lead by example. And this is especially effective in a relationship.
That might be the only thing I agree with her on. That instead of, you don't need to demand the world to change as much as you can lead by example. Even if I don't agree with this, you know,
I thought she just
the
said
way you want to go with
lead
life.
by example in a relationship or something like that.
Ah.
I might have misheard her. I don't know.
Thing that you can do is to lead by example. And this is especially effective in a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just added that on.
A strong man who promotes traditional gender roles. Share information with her that you find interesting or important. Challenge her worldview when necessary. and have mutually understood expectations of her role as the woman and the nurturer in your relationship. And if none of these things work, women become more conservative over time and in traditional roles. As these
Or as Pat Robinson would say, if none of these work, then you can beat her. Just convert to Islam and beat her. You can move to Saudi Arabia, then you can beat her with a belt.
Fuck.
rules are reinforced, it will
His words, not mine.
better self-awareness of feminine gifts and deficiencies. So there's always that. Before I wrap up, several people wanted me to discuss dealing with women who are in the throes of Trump derangement syndrome, specifically as it pertains to his infamous grabber by the pussy incident. Initially with Trump, I had some serious issues with him being a serial
That seemed a little like
I know a
acting.
lot of women have this problem. I never thought he was a sexual predator, but it still made me have a lot of reservations. I talked about it with my brother, who pointed out to me that Trump is a disciplined man and a teetotaler, and he made his fortune through hard
What?
work.
A disciplined man and a what? A what?
Teetotaler?
What the fuck is that?
I didn't even hear.
Predator, but it still made me have a lot of reservations. I talked about it with my brother, who pointed out to me that Trump is a disciplined man and a teetotaler, and he made his fortune through hard work. And that really his
Means
only
Tea
vice
Party,
is
maybe?
women. So I thought about this for a while, and it really helped him seem more palatable to me as an individual, because it humanized him. I can get over someone having one vice.
It humanized him.
Yeah, he should have already been humanized. And also, all it took was your brother to say 2 words. He's a disciplined man and a tea paddler. Whatever she said.
Teetotaler.
Teetotaler. I understand that's your brother, but, you know.
I don't give a shit who it is.
You need that chemical divorce, son. If you don't know, look it up.
And he's a billionaire playboy who openly loves women. I would imagine that there's more temptation than he knows what to do with. As for the locker room talk, I didn't take particular
It's called integrity and discipline.
issue with this because it seemed fairly obvious to me that a playboy billionaire was
Just Batman. There you go. That's it. That's it.
engaging
Not saying he's
in
Batman, but
dick measuring
Batman.
competition with a lesser and dweebier rich elite. And if you drop a mic into any locker room on the planet, this type of thing is going on. But still, women will not drop this one, the grabber by the pussy thing. Men engage in chest puffing, and it's just part of human and animal nature. And this is
I don't.
distasteful, perhaps, but
Me either.
My dick's bigger, bro.
Oh yeah, well, my balls are heavier.
Let's hold each other's and find out. It's called latent homosexuality.
I'm so
When you're
straight.
so into yourself.
I'm straight, man. All right, believe me. I'll put in my lyrics.
Do you have sex with a lot of mirrors around you? Alright, sorry.
American Psycho.
ultimately I think it's benign. And if a woman understands this, that men are like this, she'll listen to these tapes differently, and she'll eventually also think that it was benign. Thanks for watching. I hope I can help in some way. It wasn't really one thing that did it for me. It was a long accumulation of observations.
Alright, that's cool. Very interesting, but maybe not as bad as the last video,
Not nearly as bad.
but still pretty offensive in quite a bit of areas. There's nothing wrong with being offensive. It's just I want to hear it. At least have an argument with it, rather than these are good-looking people. These are not so good-looking people.
As well as the saying.
I'm not going to say it really, but I'm just going to show pictures of people at their worst moments over here, and then these people posing and
Yeah, another thing is, I've done this before. Like, I say something without explaining it. Like, this is why. I'm never shy to not explain it, you know, or to. No, I'm never shy to explain.
yeah.
You know, she's just like, and they're not happy. What's happiness? And why aren't they happy?
And how do you know whether they're happy or not?
Yeah. And are you reading something?
There's nothing wrong with that. If you prepared like a speech or whatever.
Well, true, but at the same time, it's I'm just used to seeing politicians do like this. I love you all, and I will always protect you, and I will forever be in defense of you and our nation. And if you vote for me, I'll make sure our children are safe. And I know I just said that, but the teleprompter fucked up. Now I'm improvising. My eyes are going like this.
Alright.
Someday something will go like this. Get like, what do you call it? What's it called? The little glass right there? Cuticle? No, I said that wrong. Whatever. Imagine.
Yeah.
So it's like this. Teleprompter. I am a compassionate human being. I am happy.
Once again, there's nothing wrong with reading. Just have a philosopher proofread it. The two people we listened to, they seemed like just, I would call it innocent type people. Colossus.
So.
But I think their intentions are to do something good. You know, uplift people, self-help type stuff.
Maybe.
This girl seems a little more ideologically driven than the last guy. The last guy's more like, you want to fucking improve your life, man? You gotta fucking do the work, man.
You gotta join the football team, bro. You gotta join the football team. Put down those books, but read a book. You gotta read. Put down the video games.
It seems like she's insinuating something a little more creepier. Where it's
Yeah.
like, just people who, just happen to look bad, just happen to choose this type of thinking.
It's because you're part of the left.
I'm going to say this without really saying it. It's like,
You're on the far left.
if you're ugly, your ideas are wrong too. Not only are you ugly, but your ideas are completely
We're
wrong.
all equal, as long as you're on our political spectrum.
You have zero reason to be here.
You have no purpose. It's like, yeah, I didn't say you said that. It's just like you're getting on that level of creepiness, man. You know.
I think this girl should meet the other guy. They should have kids. Have a happy family.
They'll find Nirvana together.